Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. We have been a little bit MIA for probably close to 2 years. Way too long, but we're pretty excited to make sure that we're uploading some videos fairly regularly. And I'm pretty excited to start sharing some propagation tips and all that sort of good stuff with you guys. So if there's anything in particular that you would like us to do, please make sure you comment them in our comment section and we can add them to a list and I will slowly get through them. If you're liking our videos and you want to see more, please like and subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification button as well and you'll get notified when we upload future videos. So pretty excited about this plant that I'm going to propagate today, and the one that I have selected is called Mammillaria Cristata. A lot of people know it as the Brain Cactus. With this particular one, normally you would want low to mid 20-degree days. That way that they're growing a little bit faster. At the moment here in Mudgee, New South Wales, we're still getting mid to high teens, but I'm growing these guys in particular in a greenhouse, so we're usually a few degrees hotter inside here than what it is outside. So I can just get away with propagating these ones. So I'd probably wait till around springtime to do this. Otherwise, if you're in like parts of Queensland where you're getting mid 20 degrees possibly already, or low 20 degrees, you can actually get away with it. So that's degrees Celsius I'm talking about. And the way to propagate this one is to maintain the crest, is to sacrifice the plant. So with this one in particular today, I'm actually going to cut the whole thing up into little pieces, into little segments. So you'll see I've done one here probably about 6 to 8 weeks. So that's roughly how long that these guys will take to strike roots. If it's a little bit warmer than what I mentioned, then it'll probably happen a little bit faster. So this one in general, they're a bit of a slow grower. So you'll see they're probably around the 3 to 4 centimeter diameter mark. This one already has a little bit of a root system already, which I'm really excited about, and I'm looking forward to seeing these ones that I've done about 6 to 8 weeks ago. See how well they go in the spring when things really warm up and growth really kicks on. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to change the angle of the video as well, so you can actually see overhead with what I'm doing. So grab some scissors or secateurs and let's have some fun. All right, so we've flipped it here at a better angle or overview, so you can actually see much better with how I actually propagate this plant. So yeah, you just grab your scissors or some secateurs, and I'm just going to start sort of removing a little bit of this potting mix around it, which would be helpful so you can get closer to the base of the plant. If you find that it's a little bit spiky, this plant, you can wear gloves. Generally I find these ones are fairly small spikes, so they're not really going to do too much, cause too much pain to my fingers. So yeah, anyway, then you just start to really get into it. If you've got these guys going as having them as a collection at home, you can, and you don't want to sacrifice your whole plant, but you do want to get a little bit of a backup. You can only just take a couple of bits, probably like this sort of size, and all I'm going to do is just cut that in half, and I'm gonna leave it like that there. So you can see if I just make, yeah, there we go. So you'll see that it's got a little bit of a couple of roots on this one, so that's already off to a great start as soon as I plant that. And this one will just take a little bit longer because it hasn't quite developed those roots just yet. It didn't throw some aerial roots, but that's okay. So you can, if you're going into a wet cacti or succulent potting mix, then I would recommend allowing these to air dry or so they can callus over for a few days. If your potting mix is almost bone dry, then you can get away with it pretty well instantly. You can put into a pot straight away. So I like to pretty well sacrifice a whole plant because I'm trying to grow quite a few, and that's all it is to it really. So that one there, that's a good example there. So that's not really showing any of the crest at all in the plant. So I would just, you can plant that and it'll just grow into a normal mammillaria, or you can just, yeah, chuck it if you don't want to. So totally up to you what you want to do there. But I like to try and maintain that crest as much as possible. So I'll just keep cutting bits that size. You can cut them a little bit smaller if you want to. That's totally up to you. I just like to do it about 2 to 3 centimeters. That way, when they start to really take off after they've striked roots, they will grow a little bit faster there. So we've got a spider web hanging in there. So yeah, that's all it is really to it. Quite easy. So you can see just from those few cuts, I've already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've already got 6 potential new plants already there. So all I would do then is I like to put that sort of diameter size cutting, which what I was saying, about 3 or 4 centimeters wide, and I'll just put it into a 9 centimeter pot there. So you can see that it's fairly dry, that potting mix there. And all I'm going to do is just mark a little hole in the middle. You can use your finger, or you can use a stick, or you can use your scissors or secateurs, and I'm just going to put it in the middle. And all I'm going to be doing from now on is just give it a little bit of a little bit of a light water. So you can mist it with a little spray bottle if you want to, or you can just do a quick water over with a watering can, or if you've got the correct nozzle on your hose, you can do that as well. And I would only do that probably once a week, not even, maybe once a fortnight. And then after they really start striking roots, then you can actually start to increase your watering. So yeah, pretty fun doing this one. See, that one's got a little bit of a root system there, so that's fantastic. That's 8 there. So yeah, very easy to do. And yeah, I definitely recommend giving it a go. I know it looks like I'm really butchering the plant, which I kind of am, I suppose, in a way. But you know, the wonderful reward of doing that is you get so many cool little babies coming on them. You know, like I've got so many coming on here, which I'm really excited about to have available later on in the near future. So give that a go. Quite a fun plant to propagate. As you can see, you know, I only took, you know, a couple little snips out of this particular plant. Already got around 8 to 9 cuttings out of it. You can obviously, depending on the size that you want, you can even cut those cuttings even smaller, so in half, and you'll get double your number. So the plant there, I would say it's only around 10 centimeter diameter, and from those couple of cuts there, you already got a fair few plants, potential new plants out of it. So you can get quite a lot of it. You can, once they really start to take off with the roots, you can apply a bit of seaweed solution, and that'll just help that root system to develop even faster. And you could also, if you're worried about your cuttings potentially rotting on you, you can use a bit of cinnamon, which helps to prevent any fungus issues there and rot as well. So yeah, I don't think I've really left anything out there. With the watering, again, just really hold off until those roots take off and the weather warms up your way. So at the moment, I would only be spritzing these guys probably once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. And then as they start to develop root systems, maybe once a week would be enough there. So yeah, also protect them from if you're getting large amounts of rain as well, because that's a good way for them to rot and die on you, especially when they don't have a root system. So I would put them in a little bit of a protected spot until they really start to take off with the root system as well. Also, don't try to avoid going too big of a pot as well, because you got that extra moisture there just sitting in that potting mix, and that's another way for the cutting to rot. Or if it's just started striking roots as well, it can rot as well, because that root system can't keep up with the size of the pot that you've put it in. So if you're gonna, so these are around 3 centimeter diameter. If you're going to go with half that, what have I growing, trying to strike these in a 9 centimeter pot, I'd probably go with a 6 or 7 centimeter diameter pot as well. So yeah, hopefully you found that helpful. Hope you're well, have a great week, and I'll catch you at the next video. See yous.